said, well, I'm going to go to California and I'm going to get me a job as a dispatcher. And then I'm going to work and get in a band and I'm going to become a superstar. As soon as they find out how good I can sing, I was about 19 or 20 years old at the time. And then the job that I had, turns out he didn't have a dispatcher job. All he had available was a taxi cab driver job. And that was before any kind of GPS, you know. So it's really difficult to be a cab driver in a completely alien city, you know, where you don't know, anything about anything. So that didn't work out. So my little money ran out. And I was like, man, I'm way out here. What am I going to do? I don't want to go home. You know, I had a round trip ticket, but I didn't want to go home. So I was walking I was in Oakland at the Y, and then down the street from the Y was Lake Merritt Park, and in Lake Merritt Park there were two women sitting on the grass on a blanket eating their lunch. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I was hungry, I was out of money, so I said, could you can I sing a song for you, for enough money to get something to eat? I got a pretty voice, I know you'll like my song, It was like, okay, go ahead, sing. So I sang him a song. And it was a song that I had written myself. And they were like, that is really good, And they gave me, I guess they gave me about $5 or something like that. And they said, you know what, you ought to go to San Francisco on Fisherman's Wharf. You can make a lot of money. So I took some of that money that they gave me, and I got something to eat, and I went over to San Francisco. Yeah, sure. And I went to San Francisco, and I started. Out of the blue, I came up with this pitch. Hello, I'm Nahru, the songman of San Francisco. I sing beautiful love songs for beautiful couples. Original love song written by myself and guaranteed. If you like it, give whatever you like, and if not, nothing at all. However, I have a beautiful voice, and it should at least be worth your time. So and I walk up to people and give that little spiel, and they say, sure. And then I noticed that couples, there's a lot of couples. San Francisco's Fisherman's Wharf is one of the most romantic first date spots ever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to go on a date, go to San Francisco's Fisherman's Wharf and walk from Fisherman's Wharf to Aquatic Park. Right. And have it like sunset. In fact, if I ever get rich, I'm single, so if I ever get rich and I want to take some girl out, we're gonna fly out to the coast just for a San Francisco sunset. Oh, that's gonna be like the best date ever. Anyway, so I went out there and I became the songman of San Francisco, and that worked really well. And I think the first day I must have made about $75. People were giving me $5 here, $10 here, and I was like, oh man, this is great. And then the police said, you, come here. You don't have a solicitor's permit. You're going to jail. So they stopped me from doing the songman of San Francisco. Actually, I didn't stop right away. I just kind of did it like underground. Mm-hmm. And I wound up traveling from San Francisco to Los Angeles area, Santa Monica, and became the songman of Santa Monica. They didn't have a problem with it there. Oh. So I used to live under that pier in Santa Monica. And that year I also appeared in a movie with Jimmy Stewart and Betty Davis called Right of Way.
Is that right? As
an extra. And as they're sitting on the pier talking about ending their lives, you'll see me walk by. How skinny I was. Oh my goodness, I was just rail thin. Yeah. And then you'll see me walk back by with a girl. And I'm wearing these Back then, it didn't seem that tight, but it almost Daisy Dukes by today's standards on these shorts. And so I was the songman of Santa Monica. And during that time, I performed for a lot of stars. Let's see, Goldie Hawn, John Stamos, a lot of different celebrities that frequent Santa Monica and Venice. I hadn't even become the Bongo Man yet. I wound up going back to San Francisco, and I got into a band. I met this guy in a they have a piano bar with an open mic, and I was walking by this bar, and the guy was singing, and I stood to listen, and then the guy, asked me, "Hey, you want to sing? You want to sing? Can you sing?" I said, "Yeah, I can sing good. Come on, sing a song." And I sang "One in a Million" by Larry Graham, and then one of the guys that was in that club saw me sing and asked me, did I want to sing in their band? And I became the lead singer. I can't remember the first name. It didn't last long, and we changed it to the Natural High Band.
Natural High. And what year would that be? That's 85, 4?
84, 85, from around there. And in that band, they had a drum. They had a conga drum. Now, when I was in school, in high school, I played drums in the band, the marching band. And then my friends had conga drums, so I had some experience playing congas, But in the band, they had this conga. They just only had one. And while I was singing, I would play this conga, But then I didn't make very much money. And in fact, the guy the manager of the band, gave me a place to stay in his house, until I get on my feet, So I took this drum. I said, man, I want to borrow this drum. I want to go out and make money at Fisherman's Wharf.